Perfect. 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 Hi guys and gals, I hope you all are doing well. So today I am here with my water because this is literally chai coffee for me. I love it that much. Today I'm going to tell you guys my hair journey so far. It's been 6 months. Right now I am at this point जहाँ पर मैं आके आप लोगों को अपना experience share कर सकती हूँ and you know how is it going for me. Let's begin. I come from Pakistan and the city is Karachi. Growing up, my life was very active. I was a very active child and I was in sports and I was good in studies as well. But I was really a sporty kid. तो मैं धूप में बहुत ज़्यादा रहती थी एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट यू माइट थिंक कि आई मस्ट हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड अर्ली ग्रेज एंड व्हाट नॉट बट दैट इज़ नॉट द केस. अगर आपको कोई ये आके कह रहा है ना कि तुम धूप में बहुत ज़्यादा रहती हो, इसकी वजह से तुम्हारे बाल सफ़ेद हो रहे हैं एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, सो नो दिस थिंग दैट दैट्स नॉट द केस. Now let's talk about my journey and how it started and everything. So growing up, I was always fascinated with grey hair and मेरे बाल बहुत black थे. जो भी मेरे बालों को देखता था वो मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट करता था, बट आई नेवर फेल वाव अबाउट इट, यू नो. आई कुड नॉट रियली एंजॉय द ब्रेड्स एंड द हेयर स्टाइल, सो दैट वाज वन थिंग दैट आई यूज्ड टू मिस इन पाकिस्तान. इफ यू हैव लॉन्ग luscious black hair which are straight, oh my god, everybody just wants to have it and you will receive compliments. People will envy your hair as well. I just knew one thing, that, you know, when my transition is going to happen, I will embrace it. I will at least try to embrace it. I have not witnessed a single female of my family who likes to keep her grays. Let's just say that. I was just completely fine to me, but I just always used to wonder, na, growing up, how would it feel like if I am 60 years of age at that time, if I decide to go grey. It would be understandable, but what if I get my grays at whatever age and I decide to embrace it? So how beautiful is that? What happens when you go grey? मतलब ऐसा क्या होता है कि, you know, people decide that, oh no, we don't want to do this. I always saw my दादी with, you know, henna hair. उनके बालों में हमेशा मैंने मेहंदी देखी है और I always used to wonder कि इनके बाल क्या अंदर से ऐसे आते हैं. I was like, okay, ये कलर मैंने किसी और पे क्यों नहीं देखा है. So that was, I think so, the starting point. When I started getting my grey hair is exactly, I think so, I was 27 years of age, or I was 26 going 27. This region was a little bit like there were grays over here, and my grays were really shiny, so it was really white. You might say, Noor, why didn't you start your journey earlier? So जब मुझे first time अपने grays show हुए थे, at that time I decided I will not dye my hair and I will just let them be. So I did try to transition every single year after that, and you can watch my videos and you will know one thing कि मैंने अपने बालों को कभी भी छुपाने की कोशिश नहीं की है कि, you know, if I have grays तो आपको वो डिफरेंस ना रूट का दिखेगा मेरी वीडियोस के अंदर. So I was always that person who used to flaunt it. So I started my first journey when I was 28 and it didn't go well because henna fades to a certain level. Let's just do the second bit and let's just buy a copper hair dye, and that will be easier for me to transition. And that was a not beautiful experience. Let me just say this thing. And I also got a burgundy hair dye and that just spoiled my roots completely and I was so sad. I was also accepting that I don't want to listen to anybody, I want to do this, but I was also listening to everybody. And this happens psychologically, I think so. You can't really shut it. I used to think you can, but I've come to realize that you just can't. I still remember there were a lot of weddings happening, and because it wasn't going well for me, I finally decided, okay fine, let's just get a Cune hair dye, which was a professional hair dye, and, you know, try that out. I was on job as well. When you are on job, you are psychologically आप एक वो होता है कि you should look a certain way and all of that. So I think I gave in to that. Somebody very close to me, I was on a trip, said that, you know, it is shameful to sit with you just because I had little roots, like not even this much, just little tiny roots showing. At that moment, I understood a lot of things about the people around me and the surroundings. A lot of times people are too accustomed to seeing you in a certain way, in a certain light, कि वो change खुद भी adapt नहीं कर पा रहे होते हैं. They just want to avoid change, so they just say those things to you, which they really don't mean it, but it just is there because they're too scared and they don't want that change to happen. I would also like to add one more thing. We all feel that we need to get married, which is something that is not a compulsion. We all go through that cycle as well. It's really sad that girls are expected to look in a way which they are not. Girls, I think so, are expected कि वो बिल्कुल डॉल की तरह हो. They should always be that way, and I think so that is really bizarre. मतलब मेहंदी वाले बाल चलेंगे but आपको ग्रे बाल नहीं चलेंगे. ये मुझे समझ नहीं आती है चीज़ honestly. That day I just sat with myself और मैंने अपने से बात करी and मैंने अपने आप से यही कहा कि okay नूर, do you enjoy this? Do you feel कि ये तुम्हें confidence देता है, like ये चीज़ देती है and all of that? And the answer was no. That was my life story till the age of 29. This is what I want to tell you guys. You will have your own journey. आपका journey अपना होगा. The day you will be ready, no voice is going to affect you. No voice will be that much hurting for you कि आप अपना journey stop कर देंगे. So just know this thing. They just want you to be the same person that you were 20 years back or 10 years back. I think so it's their headache. It's not your headache. So don't put other people's theories, other people's experiences, other people's, fears on yourself, because it's just going to harm you and nothing else. I decided that, okay, I'm going to start my grey journey. I got my first box hair dye because I couldn't find a shade in the Cune one. But then I found this one, and this is the one that I went with. So this is dark brown, so it's not black. But this was the closest shade that I loved. And this was also a shade that fades really beautifully. So अगर आपको अपने बालों को dye करना है and you want some dimension and your hair color is black, this shade would work for you perfectly. You can see यहाँ पे सारे shades दिए हुए हैं. तो मैं क्या करती थी, I used to apply this hair dye after 2 months or 2.5 months, and this is my third box. 8 महीने के अंदर इस्तेमाल किया होगा. मैं यहाँ पर नहीं अप्लाई करती थी. Every other time और after 2 times I used to just apply it over here, and I believe मैंने नीचे सिर्फ एक ही बार अप्लाई किया है फुल. बीच में से अगर कुछ छूट भी जाता है, so I used to be okay, I used to be chill about it. I never used to worry about it at all. On 27 January, that is the last time I dyed my hair. And I had to do that because मुझे एक वीडियो फिल्म करनी थी and my parents were on a trip. When the roots started to, show up, first it started from here, literally. It was here and ये वाला patch बहुत white था. So my mother one time said, कि नूर ऐसा लगता है कि तो कव्वे की तरह है बिल्कुल, like she said that. You never know how much grace you have until and unless you start the journey, and you have to go on this journey. Like ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि you just started, give it 2 months and then just decide, okay, maybe I don't have that much gray hair. I would say give it 6 months. This is the amount of growth that I am experiencing right now, or I have right now. And it's been 6 months, you guys. So it's just mind-blowing to me. And it's gorgeous. Oh my God, it's very pretty. So something very important happened with me in winter. My chest pain came back. And it was really horrible. I could only, I believe, film one video for you guys because it was severe. When you're going through any ailment, no other person can understand you. My parents were on a trip. I didn't go for that trip. It must have been horrible for me. The last time I went to Dubai was horrible. It was just horrible. So the reason why I decided to start this thing now is because hair dye is very toxic. Yes, for everything. For yourself, for your atmosphere as well. It is just toxic. When I got that pain, I just felt that if I will not do it now, I might not do it till I'm 60, and I might not do it then as well. This means that I'm not even ready. So I was like, Noor, do it now, see it for yourself. If it works, it works. Agar nahi hoga, you can always dye your hair. What's the biggie in it? There's no big deal. You feel as if you do not know that tomorrow you will be able to see the sunlight or not. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. So my parents came back and I asked my mother, and she did not approve of the idea that I should go grey. So that was really interesting. At least she was honest, that's really important. People should be honest to you. When they were planning to go to Dubai, I was reading a lot of, Islamic scriptures and whatnot, and with regards to grey hair as well, there were actually positive things written over there. So I was really relieved. So when my father came back, I sat down with him and I one day went and I was like, you know what? and thinking of going grey, and your hair are grey and they look fabulous. I do feel that my hair texture is a lot like your hair texture. The grey hair texture is quite like that. So he was like, this is a thing that I am not 100% about it. Like, you can wait it out. But if you really want to do it, then do your homework first, and then we're going to talk about it. So basically, the first thing that I did was I went on Pinterest. So Pinterest is a great place क्योंकि अगर आपको blogs नहीं मिल रहे हैं, because the first thing I did was I searched women in Pakistan with grey hair. Initially, I couldn't find any article. The only female that I know of is Musarrat Misbah. Then I did find an article जिसके अंदर कुछ females थी and they were, you know, actresses, and that was it. Nobody was sharing their journey and all of that, which is what I was looking for. I want to tell you one thing कि ये एक standard है ख़वातीन के हवाले से. It is expected they should look young. These are not my words, don't take it this way, but it is considered that if you have grays and if you're letting your grays be, so you are not taking care of yourself and you're just leaving yourself and all of that. And I was like, but that's not true. He was like, yes, of course this is not true, but ये expect किया जाता है कि अगर आप एक लड़की हैं तो आपके बाल black होने चाहिए हैं and all of that, and you have naturally black hair. I was like, Abu, these are the standards that I have never believed in, and I personally feel कि ये आपको suppress करते हैं. Second thing, I was like, Abu, आपकी skin change हो रही होती है, आपका color change हो रहा होता है, and then you have this black hair going, which is not real, honestly. I want to experience it. I want to see what it is and what it feels like, why people are so scared of it, and then I want to move on from there. And if I want to do something funky with my hair, I'll do that, but first I want to do this. And then he just looked at me, he smiled, and he was like, you know what, I started to get my grays and I never dyed it. So he said, go for it and you're ready for it. That was like a booster for me. I started the journey and it wasn't easy. I'm going to now tell you guys some things that can happen with you that you can experience as well when you go on this journey. So let's talk about those. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is when you start your journey, so follow hashtag Silver Sisters on Instagram, even on YouTube as well, and you can write this hashtag on Pinterest as well, and you will get immense motivation, you guys, immense motivation, honestly. बहुत बार ऐसा होगा आपके साथ that you will feel that you can't relate to people, and you will also feel that, oh my god, this person is in her 40s, 50s, 60s or 80s, and this person is using hair dye, this person is so fake, or this person is so like materialistic or worldly or whatnot. Just go 2 steps back, sit with yourself and tell yourself, you accept them the way they are, and they are beautiful that way, and you are beautiful the way you are. So this is something that is very important, because this is your decision. This is not something that you want for the world to do it. Just be happy about the fact that you are at least trying it and it is working out for you, because honestly हर एक के लिए workout नहीं करता, and not everybody is strong enough or confident enough to pull it off. And that's just fine, man. I think like we are in this world to experiment and do what we want to do. We should be able to breathe. So let yourself breathe and let them breathe as well. That's just what I'm going to say. If people fall out, so it's okay. It's not their time, and their time will come definitely. So yeah, just be happy about it. Another thing that I feel that you can experience is basically not feeling good about the way you look. Now, let me break it down to you guys. So it is like I've completed 6 months, or for me the first month was, oh my god, wow, मुझे अपनी रूट थोड़ी थोड़ी सी दिखने लगी, तो मैं इसको बकायदा इस तरह से कर करके I used to, you know, see, and I used to just oil my hair. I was like, okay, I want this growth and all of that. In the second month, I was just this person who was upset to the point where it used to be hard for me to look in the mirror, guys. Yeah, that can happen. Another thing that you can experience is that people fright एक चीज़ है, and वो आप experience कर सकते हैं. Just be very confident, and if there's a family gathering or if there's any kind of gathering, dress up your best. Let's just face it, this is going to show, it is part of your identity. So initially people think कि आपकी roots दिख रही हैं और शायद आपने dye नहीं किया है, तो लोग आपको looks देंगे, लोग और कुछ नहीं करते, आपको सिर्फ looks देंगे. So that happens. The one thing that I did, and that is something that you might not be able to do it or you might be able to do it, it just depends आपका lifestyle क्या है. I decided कि मुझे change चाहिए है. I remember I didn't post any video in my first month because it was something that I was very new to, and I was also adapting to looking at myself this way, and I was enjoying it, but I was not ready for you guys to see it, and because I was also not ready to receive any whatsoever comments, क्योंकि मेरी जो videos बहुत ज़्यादा चली हैं मेरे channel के ऊपर, उनमें से 2 videos बालों के ऊपर हैं. The first one is the henna one and the second one is my hair transformation, in which I dyed my hair brown and black. So yeah, so I was not ready to do that because I used to receive comments underneath those videos. In my second month, I did post videos and I did receive really unnecessary comments as well from people and from girls who were with me in my student life, which is really sad to me. Like, it's just is bizarre for somebody who is just my age asking me back that, oh my god, what happened to your hair, or oh my god, why are you doing this, just dye your hair, they look so much better. So I didn't respond back to them. This is the politest way to answer back. If you receive any such comments from people on your journey, don't go and start explaining to them in person or online that, hey, this is the reason why I'm doing it and all of that, because they don't need to hear that. They're just there to pull you down and to make you feel bad. Please don't do that to yourself. You don't deserve it. So yeah, you know how Pakistan is considered a very closed up place and all of that, but yahan par literally I'm doing this thing in front of everyone. I don't wear a scarf or anything like that. Like, you can do that if that's something that you want to do. Yeah, you can do that, but I haven't received negativity that much. I have received more positivity. Let me share with you guys some products that I am using currently. अच्छा, मुझे silver specific hair products nahi mile, so I'm just using what I could find. Is from Orhan's and it is Silkona. So this is made in Pakistan. That is the reason why I got it. It's literally yellow in color, but it doesn't really transfer on my hair, so it's really yellow. I'll just show you. It's this. It's very, very yellow. It does cleanse my hair, but it's not drying. So that's something that I love about it. Next, I go in with this conditioner, and this is my holy grail. It is color protection. So if you cannot find products for silver hair, get products that are for color protection, because it will be good for this part of your hair जो कि dyed है या उसमें henna भी है, उस तरह से it will not fade very weirdly, and secondly it will protect this area as well. Since I've started this transition, I don't feel that there is build-up in my hair. I can see the skin of my scalp, guys. Literally, it's a legit thing. When people say this in their videos, it is no joke. You will see it. I do this and I don't get any dandruff whatsoever. Previously, मेरे इधर जो थी towards the end, I told you guys कि I used to do this and there used to be like dye over here, and you can do anything. Dye आपके scalp को stain करती है. अगर वो stain नहीं भी करती है, I do not know how you always feel that there is a coating or there is some kind of build-up happening. This is the product. I was introduced to this by my sister. She actually got this for herself and then she left it. So I decided to use it. So this is Mud Masky, and this is a hair mask and it's a scalp treatment, and it is a miracle shampoo as well. So this is pH balanced. Hope you can see over here, but it's literally like a cream. It's just a cream, but it just kind of cleanses the scalp really, really nicely. और मुझे personally product बहुत अच्छा लगता है. So I like to use this first and then I go in with my shampoo, and then I like to use my conditioner. Literally, this is my routine. These two products that I'm going to show you guys right now, I kid you not, these never used to work for me. Since I stopped using hair dye and I stopped using henna in my hair love these products, and this combo is my favorite. So this is the heat protectant that I use. This is from OGX, and I like to take it out on the palms of my hand, and then I like to mix it up with this thing. This is Paul Mitchell Soothing Gloss Drops, and this is that one product that I never used to like it on my hair. It just used to sit on top of my hair and it used to make it feel very weirdly oily, weirdly silicone kind of feeling that you get. Like, it was just not good feeling. So I like to mix these two. I apply it in my damp hair and then I like to use a comb in my hair, and literally that is it. My hair are just the way they were prior to, using henna or using hair dye in my hair. Literally my hair used to set on its own and beautifully, like you can see right over here. It's just like this, gorgeous. Do get haircuts in 4 months, in 3 months. Get haircuts. The first 3 months are going to be very challenging for you guys. At least for me, they were really challenging, especially because my hair were long. So if you have long hair, I feel it's more challenging. The one thing that just made me very happy and I'm enjoying my hair right now is because I got a haircut. And the haircut that I got, I've shared it with you guys, so I will link that video over here. So go watch that. And I also want to show you guys one more thing. So this is all fading off the hair dye, and yes, so this will happen. So if you want to avoid this, so you can literally use the same box hair dye on your hair, on the lengths of your hair. I didn't do it because abhi mujhe need nahi feel ho rahi hai. So yes, okay, let's just see the pattern of my grays because I'm excited to show you guys. Okay, so this is how the front looks. You can see, and this is right now like this. Let's just go over here so you can see. Yeah, I do have grays, but they're not that many over here as much. They like यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, यहाँ पे इतने नहीं हैं. And then this is what it is. So yeah, and now over here I have this going. So I have quite a lot of grays, honestly. I hope you can see. And it's beautiful to see that, oh wow, I have, proper growth happening. So yeah, over here again, there is not quite a lot of grays, but still they are there. So yeah. So right over here, I have gray right over here, but यहाँ पर इतना नहीं है. So this is what my pattern is from the front. From the back, I have no idea how it is. So this is the first section, and this is the second one, and then this is the top one. I think so. I have a lot over here. I don't think going gray is like a guna. Yeah, it's not a sin. If a female is deciding to let her grays be, so what's the big deal? I mean, be chill about it, man. मैंने कोशिश की आप लोगों को अपना पूरा जर्नी बताने की, because I do feel कि ऐसा नहीं होता कि आप एक दिन बस सोचते हैं, नेक्स्ट दिन उठते हैं और चीज़ हो जाती है. It doesn't happen that way. There's a whole background story to it. There's a whole thing that happens behind it, and a lot of times we do not share that. और लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं यार, it's so easy for her or him कि बस सोचा कर लिया, उसको माहौल मिल गया तो उसने कर लिया. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Personally, every one of us is trying to do something that feels right to us, at that point in time. So yes, with that, you guys, if you're from Pakistan and you're doing this journey, so please comment down below and share your experience as well. Yes, I would love to read that. Wish me luck as well. Pray कि मैं ये journey complete कर सकूँ. See you guys in my next video. Take care. God bless you all. Rab rakha guys and gals. Bye.